Okay, we ready?
Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We are back in Middle Earth, and last week we started our search for the vanished rider, which we are continuing this week. And first, we need to talk to this thing outside of Stangard.
Oh, I'm sorry. I cannot seem to clear my head.
Ifing shakes his head as if to try and clear it of cobwebs. He squints at you blurrily. Where am I? I saw something, and then if Hing tries to focus on your face, he finally manages it and takes a deep breath. It was dark, and I could not see far into the night, but I saw a figure in the darkness. I thought it was one of my men returned from a patrol in Errolsmead, but then it rather hissed at me. I approached and demanded that the stranger identify himself, but then everything went black. I fell down, and only now have I come back to my senses. The shape came from the northwest, I think, atop that rising slope. You can look for it there if you like. I will I will stay here. I am still not right, I fear. Search for the hissing figure. So he means this little hill up here, which is barely a hill at all. Okay. A booted footprint in the mud here may mark the presence of the hissing figure. Examine the footprint. The footprint is of heavy nailed foot, clearly wearing a nailed boot. Heavily nailed, huh? That doesn't sound like. Maybe, but I doubt it. Alright, now, the thing.
You found a booted footprint? I wonder what it means.
Can you tell me who it was that attacked me? You try to console Ifing and assure him that he is in no more danger, but you have few words of comfort. You know what it is that befell him. Ifing ran afoul of the Nazgul, succumbing to the black breath, the stench of death and foul instrument of the nine. He is fortunate the creature must have been hurried for some unknown reason, or he would have certainly been killed. He was lucky, but your fortune seems poor. The whereabouts of the Nazgul remain unknown to you. Okay, I guess it was the Nazgul. Now, we have two more spots. We have over this way at the Wailing Hills and over along this path near the river. So let's go ahead and head out that way. And it seems that after we're done with this, we're going to have to make another trip to Fberg. Because once again, we had a quest item we didn't know about in our bag. And this one talks about a trader at Fberg. Well, then we'll have to take care of that, won't we? Okay, we're almost there. I was like, are we close? We're very close. Much closer than I imagined. And there we go. And this is Magla.
I have always prided myself on courage. But last night.
I should not be out here. I wanted to be a farmer, but my father said I should follow my older brother, and, well, here I am. And last night, well, I cannot explain it. Something spooked the goats, and I climbed up the ridge to investigate, and that's when I heard it. Something was. How can I describe it? It was a sniffling sound, like someone with a cold. But there was something about that snuffling sound that made my blood run cold. And as I approached the milling goats, I saw that I was not the only one disturbed by the sound. The eyes of the goats were wild, and they stamped the ground desperate to get away from something. Something moved among them, low to the ground, and made no sound but that snuffling, as if it was smelling for something. I ran. I ran and ran, and I feel as if my heart has only now calmed itself. If you decide to visit the goats at the enclosures to the north and to the southwest, use caution. That thing might come back. Alright, so we have to check on the goats. Well, here's some of the goats. You see nothing unusual. Whatever was here must have gone. The other goats must be way, way a distance away. I see their gate. I also see a spider. Hi, spider. Bye, spider. You see nothing unusual. Whatever was here must have gone. Well, we can tell him the coast is clear, and he was lucky that he did not try to engage with it.
I suppose I may have imagined it.
You didn't see anything there? Just goats? You know what Nazgul saw, but the man is frightened enough without knowing the identity of the creature that sniffed so near to him that night, Nazgul. He is slowly becoming more calm, but is still shaken by the experience. I'm not cut out for this sort of thing, Medrielle. My brothers are bold and courageous, and would certainly not have been as frightened. And my sister, she is a handmaiden at the Golden Hall in Edoras, and she would have marched right up to that, whatever it was, and not given it a tongue lashing it would not soon forget, not like me. Ah well, I am the one who is here. I'm doing my best. I hope my father and brothers and sister are proud, or will be. Thank you again, friend. Your brothers and sister would have fared no better. Of course, you can't tell them that. One, because you can't tell him that. Two, because I doubt he would believe it if you told him. Now, where are we? Right here. Orcs and wards. Go. Now, why are we going that way when we should be going this way? Unfortunately, in this question, it really does not turn off the icons on the map after you've finished a particular area. That's something, if you rely heavily on the map, you have to watch out for that. This one will lead you not to where you need to go. But we have found the right place. Hello?
I saw something on the shore, but when I approached it fled.
It was dark as pitch in the cold watches of the night, and I walked the shore of Anduin. I thought I saw... No, I did see. A darker patch of shadow in the space between the trees. When I approached, it fled. It moved with a lurching step, sliding low upon the ground, but it moved quickly, and for some reason I cannot explain, I was loath to close the distance. I lost it in the dark. But I know the name of this apparition. Medrielle looks from side to side, then speaks in a voice barely above a whisper. Its name is Nazgul. Bring word to Fimloth at Hildereth that one of these fell creatures is loose somewhere in Thinglad. Hey! Somebody actually knows what's going on. Of course, then the elves have dealt with Nazgul for a very, very long time, considering how long they live. The men, of course, are much, much shorter lived than elves. And many of them probably have not even seen a Nazgul and only heard stories of them from old battles. For example, Marceline might not even believe in such beasts if she hadn't been to Angmar and fought some pretty foul things. Hello, excuse me. Goodbye.
Are you sure? A Nazgul?
Finloss stares off into the distance for a time, deep in thought. Then she shakes her head and turns back to you. This is disturbing news, Medrielle, but I believe a single one of the 9 cannot endanger Lothlorien, not while Lady Galadriel retains her power, and she does. You need not worry on that account. All of the 9 together would pose a more serious threat, but Our Lady still governs, and her power still keeps the borders of Lorien safe. Thank you for these tidings from Limthir, but it seems to me this Nazgul poses more danger to the men south of here than to the elves north of here in the Golden Wood. And it says talk to Nona. So where is Nona now? Might want to use a stable to get closer to her. Where is she? Yeah, she's still up here in the Brownlands, I think. Well, since we gotta head to the Brownlands anyway, it's as good a time as any to take care of another little detail. So, back to Ethberg we go. So we need to talk to Ciola about a note we discovered that suggests that somebody here is a traitor. Of course, we already know who the traitor is because it's been mentioned before. Still, I think maybe it's about high time you took care of it. Excuse me, sir. You have a traitor amongst your midst.
Our mission is dire.
What is this? One of my men is a traitor? I recognize this seal. It belongs to Dagbert's house. I will have him hanged. Men, go at once and seize Dagbert the traitor. Do we actually get to see him dragged off? I guess not. But he is no longer here. So, I guess, nope. Yep, he just disappeared. Because he was hanging out right here. And I saw him for a brief second, and then he disappeared. Is that it, then? I want to make absolutely certain we're not missing anything else at this point. I know he had a quest ring and 2 quests, but those were repeatables that we've done before. If only Dagbert had not escaped. I fear he will bring terrible danger to us all. Oh, they didn't capture him. Dagbert figured out what was up and escaped. Wonder what will happen with that story, or if that's just going to be the end of it. They just left it at Dagbert escaping. Alright, let's get back to Nona. Well, at least that didn't take too terribly long. Oh, let's see. Nona is off this way. And we're going to try to bypass most of this, so we don't have to worry about having to fight anything right now. Although we might aggro... Wow, did we manage to not aggro that? We did aggro something, I think. No, we didn't. Amazing. And we have managed to thread the needle that well so far. Alright, there's Nona. Alright, Nona.
We have learned much of this creature, but not what we need to know.
Where has its rider gone, and what cruel fate has kept us a step behind it at every turn?
The creature was looking for something. We need to think.
This rider, what was the word you used? Nazgul. The creature was looking for something. We need to think. It brought us on a chase through these lands, but I cannot tell what it sought, or if it found what it desired. We have no choice but to return to the village of the Horse Lords. I will wait outside while you speak with that man Horn. We are strangers in this land. He is not. He may know of a place we have not yet searched. And it's actually a solo quest and cannot be completed in a fellowship.
Let us talk on the way back to the village of the Horse Lords.
So it's actually an
Has
instant.
no one seen our new friend? Oh, the Dunlending girl? I thought they would have returned to Stangard by now. Did some trouble befall them on the road?
And I think that was Horn's voice. We have a long way to go, Medrielle. As much as I wish we did not need to refuge at the town of the Horse Lords, it seems we must. We have lots to trail this creature, this wraith of which you speak, and until we can learn where it has gone, we are only wasting time. It is frustrating to know our purpose and be unable to accomplish it. Oh, we get a nice look at her marks now. Which I'm not. Did she always have them? I'll have to check past videos to see. I feel like some of these marks are new. Well, let us keep walking. Maybe she added them recently. I mean, like, story-wise, but no. It feels like a lot of the marks on her are new. Like, almost look like veins. He lured Freka to a desolate place alone and slew him with treachery, and then what? What is it? Easterlings, get ready to fight. There will be more of them, Medrielle. Let us get off the main path. Do you feel that? I don't feel safe here, Medrielle. Let us go up among the rocks. Something is near, Medrielle. It must be the wraith we have sought. It makes my blood run cold. Nona looks at you with wide eyes, and you're suddenly reminded that she has not had much experience with creatures of such evil. She puts her hand on the hilt of Wadu's sword, her sword, and her former fright is replaced with a grim determination. We found it. Now what do we do with it? Survive your encounter. I hear something. Look there. Do you see that? Ah, there it is. Wounded Nazgul. Nona's sword flashes with a bright light, and the Nazgul flees from it. Ha! Coward! More Easterlings, get ready. The big one is running. I will not run from you. I am your better. My people have powerful friends. I will show them how strong a man of the Kundalor can be. You will? How about... Suddenly a woman's scream pierces the stillness. Nona is in trouble. The Nazgul sharks away from the blazing fire. Okay, where is Nona? I see fire. You need to find a means of driving it off. You hastily grab the fallen torch, burning your hand. Nona lies crumpled on the ground before you, soaked in the blood from a sword wound in her side. She struggles weakly to speak. Medrielle, are you? The effort is too great for her. She needs the aid of a healer if she is to survive this wound. In the back of your mind, one worrying question refuses to go away. From what blade did she take this wound? Did an Easterling blade cause this injury, or was it the blade of the Nazgul? You prepare yourself for the long journey back to Stangard with Nona. Medrielle, is everything all right? Nona's breathing is ragged and shallow, and the gash in her side still bleeds around the cloth with which you tried to staunch it. When you brought her to Stangard, she was barely conscious. You found Horn near the entrance and begged for his people to tend to Nona's hurt. He sought out the leader of Stangard to see what could be done, and has not yet returned. What were we saying? Freka. Wolf. Avenged. What did she say? Oh, I know what it was. She mentioned Wolf, Dunlaning traitor. His treacherous father tried to kill Mighty Helm, and then the son invaded Rohan. Let her die, I say. Whatever made that sword stroke did my people a favor. I have his decision. I did my best for you, Medrielle, but you're not going to be pleased. He did not understand why we should heal the hurts of this Dunlaning girl. Eventually he relented somewhat, and he has agreed that our healers will do what they can for the girl. What? Heal the girl? There is a condition. Our healer will see the girl's wounds, but she must relinquish all claims to the sword she carries. No, it is a sword of Rohan. It belongs with us. In Stangard, there's a price for her life. I'm sorry, this is the message I was given. Do not let them. Nona struggles to speak. The effort is too great for her to make out the words. She beseeches you with wide eyes, but you cannot meet her stare. Your gaze keeps returning to the blood soaking the floor beneath her. She tries again. Wadus. You cannot give the Rohirrim what they demand. There has to be another way to save her life. I would die first. Don't be a fool. Our healer can save your life. I know our people are enemies, but you should not die this way. How would you have me die? Not for a sword. Medrielle, your friend is as hard-headed as the most stubborn of my folk. She could give Theoden King lessons in being headstrong. There has to be some other way, Medrielle. You spoke of the elf witch in the woods to the north, along Anduin. My people shun that place as a den of evil glamour, but if there was a power that could heal this girl... Horn glowers at you, his eyebrows knitted together angrily. A pox on her! I will not have her blood on my hands, or her own. Lead us to this elf witch, Medrielle. I have heard the tales. Perhaps she will be unable to bewitch me if I'm expecting it. Why did you ever bring this girl to Stangard? This is not her place. Horn gazes in the middle of distance, and in a quiet voice he continues. In Stangard, is a sword valued more highly than the life of a girl? What sort of man would willingly serve in such a place? He shakes his head, and the urgency returns to his voice. Well, for what are you waiting? Let us go at once. And we are in Lothlorien. I will never call my people distrustful again, Medrielle. The blindfold felt somewhat unnecessary to me. Only the most urgent of need has driven me here, and I would not want to return. Horn's face softens, and his brow creases with worry. Do you think the girl will recover? I saw the way those elves looked at her wound. Whatever they saw there, they did not like it. If it was not an Easterling blade, what does that mean for her? What is wrong, Medrielle? Have you seen this before? Medrielle? Galadriel, my lady, I have done what I can. The danger has passed, Medrielle. The wound was deep, but it did not fester, and yet I did not wish to leave this girl in the care of my healers. The risk that her wound was caused by a Morgul blade, and that she could become a wraith like the creature you encountered that night, compelled me to heal her hurts personally. If that had proven the case, I would have ended her suffering. It would have been a mercy, and necessary to safeguard Lothlorien, and indeed all lands. You think me cruel? I am glad it did not come to that. I do not believe her wound was caused by a Morgul blade, and it is my hope and belief she will live. I am surprised. We will speak more of it later, away from watchful ears. The girl Nona is sleeping. When she is awake, you will be brought for her. For now, you should rest, Medrielle. Dream no troubling dreams. In Lothlorien, your rest will be peaceful. I am certain of it. What relief! I can hardly believe it. I feared the worst. There is clearly some glamour on this land. I feel as if I could take on any foe and achieve victory, or cross any landscape, no matter the obstacles. Your elf witch works wonders. Only song could do justice to her powers of healing. The relief I feel it is overwhelming. Medrielle, the girl will live. Unless it is rude to ask, I would like to return to the forest floor now. I will return to Stangard by myself, but I would like to see you again. Once the girl is recovered, bring her as well. If I am to compose a song of your adventure, I will need both of your accounts after all.
Along the banks of the great river, you evaded a great evil, but not without cost. The girl Nona was brought before me, wounded and in pain. I did for her what I could, but her fate is not yet clear to me.
Though we did track down the Nazgul, but it wounded Nona. And now we are in Lothlorien, awaiting word on her recovery. And that is where we will pick up next time. Until then, bye for now.